never slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no...
Really lost out with that big mistake in towards 2A. He has now been pushed.
Ahirnya flicked it right and then left, better to get the drive out.
Now this is interesting, Peter. Look at the gap now he's managed to get through in that final sector, along with Christian Daniel Jr. and Ben back to 8th position. So it's actually 1, 2, 3 in the championship, and the 5th rider of the championship on that penalty as well for Momen due to exceeding track limits. He's down in 20th. Fernandez. Will the riders behind them actually catch up to them by the time we reach turn? Benyat Fernandez into 4th place in the race, just behind him, all the way at the moment, fighting with Plonk, who also had a long lap penalty. Agostinelli is just ahead of them in 1. Or is Uriarte going to try and pull the pin? Let's look at their lap time. A 2:02 flat from Uriarte. That from near enough the back row of the grid. What a ride this is from Benyat.
Absolutely super.
He's done his long lap penalty as well.
Oh, and Brian getting it a bit sideways on the...
and then you've actually got Morelli at 2:01.7, but he's down in 19th place, Peter.
Yeah, and the advantage is... And a great run from Hakim Danish as well. You know, Hakim, he started brakes going in there, but he managed to hang on to it.
Who's that? That's Agostinelli just gone down.
It's disappeared, hasn't it? Because, Singapore is already back with them. And
started the year with 5 second places and then a win. He can do it. It's just
completed his long lap penalty. That's a big shame for the Vietnamese rider.
And, as you say, they entered the straight with about a 4 bike lengths lead, but that has gone.
But crucially, they weren't
a mental thing that has messed up the recent races for the Malaysian. He's obviously, presumably ruined his concentration having to do the long...
To overtake him down the first turn that time around, so they can eke out more...
Expunge that from his brain now, and he is battling for the lead.
It's such a different dynamic, Peter, from
that penalty, and caught himself out. Anyway, back with the leaders then. Brian Uriarte still with the advantage.
More of an advantage in the 3rd and 4th sector again, perhaps. Starting the predator and the prey, they were chasing him all the time throughout.
Ega Pratama and Hakim Danish, they got a very slight advantage.
Try and make a break.
Right, so that is the 7 of Benyat Fernandez, the 17-year-old Spaniard, the winner
the season, but now he's on the back foot again. Uriarte's the one with more things to lose per se, with a 4 point
over the 17 of Yaroslav Kapushin.
Kurdistani rider, just what a hit.
Of race 2 in Le Mans, he has the advantage for the moment. 70, Christian Daniel Jr.'s
gap out the lead, and it's amazing how that could just change a rider's mentality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cup in form he's had since that pole in that front row start and podium back in.
The American 16-year-old in 2nd place. Brian Uriarte in 3rd, and looking right back there is...
Absolutely. Uriarte is very strong mentally, and back in Germany,
really impressive. One of the youngest riders,
Marco Morelli, the 95, the Argentine 17-year-old. As you say, Matt almost certainly
actually had the better line than Veda through there. He got the drive out of it. Veda caught him going into the corner.
It's on the Rookies Cup grid, isn't he? As Hakim Danish went very wide there. That could have been a long...
It was him who ran wide at the first corner a lap ago and lost so much.
But Brian Uriarte flicked it right and then left, better to get the drive.
Lap penalty for Danish. He was certainly right on the edge of the white. Did he actually go on time? He's got KJ Monignane for company as well there, who said a 2:02
out.
On that penalty as well for Monignane due to exceeding track limits. He's to the green. That is the question.
And he's still there in 3rd place, and
0.1 just behind him. That's a really quick lap from the South African. We've not seen too much improvement for down in 20th at the moment, fighting with Plonk, who also had a long lap penalty. Agostinelli is just
Christian Daniel Jr. up into 5th again. I think somebody way off in the green there. Christian Daniel Jr.
Him so far this year in terms of his results, but he's far more in the mix than he was previously. Just off the back of this, ahead of them, he's done his long lap penalty as well.
Oh, and Brian getting it a bit side here. He'd lost a few places, perhaps, when that messy lap a couple.
Group now.
34 there was Zen Mitani. As we say, he was right at the front, and
He's on the brakes going in there, but he managed to hang on to it.
Who's that? That's Hagasnelli just gone down, having just...
Couple of turns ago, but he's back in the hunt now, up into 6th place ahead of Morelli and
just is now back in 10th place. The 54 of yesterday's winner, Veda Pratama.
completed his long lap penalty. That's a big shame for the Vietnamese rider.
Yeah, Gonzalez.
Really impressive, all this. I mean, what a change.
He's got some work to do from there.
What has he got in his pocket? He's got Hackenden.
Presumably ruined his concentration having to do the long lap penalty.
He's had in this race so far. He's a proper race of two halves. As we see, finish just ahead of him on the track, the Malaysian, our series leader by 23.
And caught himself out. Anyway, back with the leaders then. Brian Uriarte still with the advantage over Pratama.
Rider's gone down there.
Moin KJ is down. He's up again, and
Tassini points.
Abreast, and it's Brian Uriarte who has the advantage.
And Hakim Danish, they got a very slight advantage over the 17 of.
I think it is as well. Who's had a rotten run of luck. He was taken down yesterday.
Yeah, Tassini.
Oh, Sullivan Mounsey getting a bit. He's sacrificing a lot of his drive there as he was going up the inside.
Yaroslav Kapushin.
Kurdistani rider, just what a tick up in form he's had. Crash. Big shame for them. Here's what happened to it then. And I didn't really think he had too much room to go.
Right, so Brian Uriarte again.
It's that pole in that front row start and podium back in Moningani. He was trying to go into the long lap, I think. Yeah, he was trying to go into the long lap.
With the advantage, but he's already giving the slipstream to the number 7 of Benyat Fernandez.
Germany, really impressive. One of the youngest riders on the Rookies Cup grid, isn't he? And just had nowhere to go. Tassini just right in front of him, and Mike Yu round the outside as well as they come down over the crest towards Sandon. His Hakim Danish went very wide there. That could have been a long lap penalty for Danish. Unfortunate incident there. So back at the front then, Pete. Nato is going to be the Thai rider leading them into San Donato. How late can he break, though? He does lead them. He was certainly right on the edge of the white. Did he actually go onto the green? That is the question. Veda from Uriarte, Danish, Karpushin, Benyat Fernandez, Dan through, but he's all squirrely on the brakes.
But he manages to hold the inside line there and get the drive.
And he's still there in 3rd place, and Christian Daniel Jr. up in
Morelli and Gonzalez, the front 7, 8 riders now starting to pull
up the hill, so he's done a superb job there of holding the advantage in the lead over Benyat Fernandez.
Into 5th again, I think. Somebody way off in the green.